Hi and welcome back to the garden. It's early spring and I'm going now to be sowing some seeds that I can grow indoors and plant out later in the year. So the first seeds I'm going to sow are tomato seeds, and I'm starting off with a new variety on us, and it's called Minibel. And this is a very compact bushy variety. It's ideal for baskets, hanging baskets, for containers. It only grows to about 30 centimeters tall, so there's no staking required, and literally these should be little balls of sweetness that you can just pluck off when ripe and enjoy either by themselves as you're walking around the garden, which I tend to love to do, or you can wait and have them in a salad. So these are going to be a really good variety. So I've already got prepared some of these long trays full of multi-purpose compost, and I've even been quite efficient and I've got some nice labels already written out as well. So this is going to be quite a quick job to get these done. So I'm just opening the packet. So these on the back can be sown, as it says, between March and April. They need to be kept nice and warm, so these need to be kept on a sunny window ledge, or if you have a greenhouse then they can also be grown in there. So I'm just going to sow on the surface of this pre-prepared seed tray, and I'm just going to sow them nice and thinly over the top surface of this compost, trying to get them as spaced out as I can so there's no clumps together, because that'll just save time later on when it comes to transplanting them. If I can get them nice and spaced now, it means I won't have to rush too far ahead and have them transplanted. Now these seeds are quite large, so you can station sow these, and what I mean by that is you can have individual trays with compartments, and you can literally just drop one of these seeds into each compartment so it has its own little growing space. But I saw these in the garden centre, these lovely long trays, and I thought I'm going to give these a try this year. So that's probably enough for that tray. And then all you need to do is cover them. So I'm going to cover these with some vermiculite. You can use vermiculite, you can use grit, or you can just use more compost. Just making sure those seeds are covered over nice and evenly, and then just press them down so they make good contact with the compost below. So we've got another tomato that we're going to be sowing, and this one is Moneymaker. And for this one, this is a medium-sized fruit, so it's still a cherry tomato, but it's a little bigger than what the Minibel is going to be. And these again can be used in salads, also cut up and used on sandwiches, and also taken from the vine if you want to. This again is a variety we've never tried before, so that's two varieties this year we're going to be trying for the first time. So I'm going to open the seed packet and get the lovely seeds out and planted onto this lovely tray. So the seeds are identical to the Minibel seeds, and I'm just going to scatter just like I did with that one, spacing out nice and thinly across the surface of the compost. So because these are a cordon type of tomato, they will need to be staked. They will need to have the side shoots nipped out if you want to get some good sized tomatoes and encourage fruiting. And again, I'm going to put some vermiculite over the top to cover these seeds over. And give them a nice firm down. And as we like tomatoes so much, I'm also going to be sowing another variety of tomato, and this is one we tried last year called Cuor. We have lots of videos online if you want to have a look at the progress of our tomatoes last year, but we enjoyed this tomato so much we're going to sow this again. So these again, being a cordon variety, will need to be staked, and the side shoots will again need to be picked out. But we really enjoyed having these last year, and these fruited quite well for us. Some of the shaped fruits were a little bit odd, like pumpkin shaped and quite bizarre kind of shapes, but that adds to the fun of it all. So I'm just spacing those out as best as I can. And then another cover with some of the vermiculite. And firm them down. The next seeds I'm going to be sowing are flower seeds. So the first one is the lovely sweet pea, and this variety is Cupani. We've never grown this again before, so this is going to be a wonderful one to try. It's a very old variety and apparently very fragrant, so we're all about scent, especially with our sweet peas. So we're going to have a try at this. These are nice big round seeds, and what you want to be doing with sweet peas is making sure they're sown with a lot of space for the roots to grow, because they do like to have a long root run. So I've got these long containers that are nice and tall, and these are going to stay the whole life in these containers. And just like we did last year, to evade the slug damage, we'll place these onto the ground with the obelisk over the top, and they can grow with the roots going through into the soil beneath. So I'm just going to sow about 6 to one of these size containers, and I'm just going to put them on the surface and just push them in an inch or so into the compost. And then just cover the soil up over the top and give them a good firming down. And like I said before, I don't pre-treat any of these sweet pea seeds. Some people like to soak them in water overnight. We don't do that, we just plant them as they are, and we've never had any problems. I'm really looking forward to these because we do love our scent, and sweet peas are fantastic for providing scent throughout the summer. And also cut flowers for the house as well, which you know that Andrew loves to continue to do. So it's as simple as that. So the next seeds we've decided to grow are Cosmos Cupcakes Blush, and these are a lovely tall pink variety. They get to about 1.2 meters, which is really good. And once these start flowering, these will continue to flower all the way till the first frosts. So you really are getting your value for money with these kind of seeds. And I'm going to sow all the seeds we have here. So these seeds are, if you can see them, are thin, long, very typical of Cosmos seeds. And I've just got one of these half trays which I'll be using to sow them. So I'm just sowing these singly as I can over the surface of this compost, trying to leave some space between the seeds. We usually grow a white variety of cosmos called Purity, and we do love the elegance of that variety. But we've not grown that for a number of years. But we found these in the seed box and thought, well, we've got them free from a magazine, we may as well try them out. A nice covering of vermiculite over the top. And vermiculite will just help to keep the moisture in once they've been watered. Give them a really good firm down. And then we just need the tag, and that one's done. And the last seed we're going to grow today is a Verbena variety, and this one is Purple Elegance. This is a much shorter variety to the Verbena bonariensis that we're all used to seeing these days. This one only grows to about 100 centimetres, so only a metre. But it does have those beautiful purple flowers that have attracted to so many insects, so many butterflies, so many bees. So it's really good wildlife plant. So I'm just opening the seed packet to reveal the beautiful seeds, which are going to be, very small. So be very careful with these ones. They're very easily going to be blown away in this wind. So I'm just going to take out any big parts of compost that I can just see on the surface. I don't want big pieces of compost getting in the way of the seed to germinate. And I'm just going to plant them in this half seed tray like I did with the cosmos. So I'm going to try scattering these direct from the packet because I don't want them to blow away out of my hand. So I'm just going to gently tap the packet and distribute the contents as evenly as I can on the surface of this compost. That should be enough. And then cover over with some of the vermiculite. And then just add the label to it so we know what they are. So that's all the seeds I'm going to be sowing today. I'm going to put all these on a sunny window ledge, some in the kitchen and some in other places of the house so they can be kept nice and warm. Of course, early spring is also a great time to be sowing hardy annuals. So things like cornflowers, things like nigella, which is loving a mist, poppies, and there's a wide variety of different types of hardy annuals you can sow outside at this time of year, direct where they're going to grow. So all you need to be doing is having a prepared area, raking it over, making sure there's no weeds, no competition, and just directly sowing the seeds themselves onto that ground, lightly raking over just to cover them over as well. If you're sowing poppies, do those last. If you're doing a mix of plants, do the poppies last because they don't need to be covered over with any kind of soil. They need the light to germinate. So if you are sowing a mix of things, sow the rest of them first and then sow the poppies last and leave the poppies open to the sunlight. So what I'm going to do now with these is give them a water, and I'll put them in trays of water so the water can go up through the base of the tray and pull those seeds down, making them again in nice close contact with the compost beneath. So as always, thank you so much for watching. If you do have any comments, please drop them in the comments box below. Please click the thumbs up on the video if you've enjoyed it, and please subscribe if you've not already done so. Please take care in the meantime, and we will see you again very soon on the next video. Take care.